What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here. Today we're playing some Watcher of Realms. Guys, the brand new guild boss is in the game. Semra, the Titanic Runes guild boss, is finally here. It's something that we've been looking forward to for a really long time. For those of you that don't know what this guild boss is, it is basically the same as the previous guild boss, which is now known as the Drake's Chasm. The difference is as you can see here, Drake's Chasm is daily, as it always has been, while as the Titanic Runes is weekly. You have two entrances into the event. You have to be very careful because once you've used a hero, you cannot use that hero again. But guys, let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can get the max chest on Apocalypse 1. Let's dive right in. And welcome back to the channel, guys. So one really big tip before I start is make sure you are communicating with your guild, because it is really important to be able to defeat the boss in order to get the double rewards, even if that does take 2 keys. Just like here, if you do your Drake's Chasm, you do want to make sure you are killing the Nightmare 4 boss in order to get the double of the max chest, even if that does require you to use both of your entrances there. But here in the Titanic Ruins, it is much more difficult to be able to get max chest. As you can see here, we have 30,000 for Apocalypse 1, and Apocalypse 2 requires 120,000. If we go and we actually look at the world rankings, there are very few people that are actually hitting that 120,000 in a single key. You can see currently there's only 11 people hitting it in a single key. There are quite a few people able to hit it, you know, in multiple keys, right? So here we have 104, that's easily a 2 key. 93, easily a 2 key, right? All of these are single attacks. We can go all the way down, and eventually you'll be able to see that we have quite a few people able to hit 1 key all the way down here to the 60,000, right? So right around here, around 56 56 people currently at the moment are able to hit 2 key on Apocalypse 2, but that is a very small number of people that are able to hit this. So I would highly recommend, unless you are one of these top 55 people, or you are a very big whale that has access to a lot of A5 champions, then I highly recommend you focus on Apocalypse 1 with your guild, as this is going to be much closer to being possible. As you can see here, plenty of people in my guild are able to hit 30,000, most of them with 1 key, but a few of them requiring a 2nd key. So we're going to give this a try. I do think that no matter what happens, we are going to go ahead and lock this in, because I really personally do not feel like Apocalypse 2 is possible for my account at the moment. So we're going to go in with our best team, which is our Torador-led Nightmare team and our Eovar-led Piercer team. We are also using Constance here because I think that Constance makes more sense with this team personally, and Dolores will make more sense on a different roster, but it is something to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and let's double check and make sure that everyone has their gear on. Arrogance is geared with his Realm Tear. Perfect. Lust is geared. She has her exclusive. Perfect, perfect. We do have our Constance geared with the Astral Obelisk, which is what I want. Eovar is geared. He should have the 19 Spirit Siphon. Perfect. Hex is not geared, so let's go ahead and put his gear on. Hex 50k, there we go. This is the same gear that I use in my regular guild boss, because for the time being, it does seem to be that that's just the best way to go about things. If that does end up changing, we will definitely look into it, but for now, I do think that this is the best way to go. We can go ahead and keep that on there. Here we've got it set up, and a Euphoric Orb. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and double check. We do want to swap around the Volca gear. We are going to swap this. Let's see. We're going to put on this Ajax gear, because we do want Volca to actually deal a little bit of damage. She does have this really, really good ultimate that gives vulnerability, so that's really helpful. And being a Nightmare unit, she is going to actually fit quite nicely into the team. Let's go ahead and let's see. Should we just use a Realm Tear? I mean, yeah, that's a 6% damage increase. We could use that. This doesn't really help us too much. We're not going to have space for a Wailing Skull. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put her in a Realm Tear, because I'm pretty sure she does physical damage, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does physical damage. So the Amulet of Arteries doesn't actually do anything for her. So we will go ahead and do that. And then over here, we are going to keep this gear for Torador. Torador is really just here to land the defense down. Where is it? Oh, it's just in the talent. That's right. Each attack inflicts defense reduction on the target for 5 seconds. Additionally, when Torador is deployed or revived, increases attack by, yeah, etc. He's mainly here just for the defense reduction. And he's going to apply us with an invigoration buff, which is always helpful. But all right, so let's go ahead and go into this fight. We do have an auto fight saved, apparently. I didn't realize that it would save. That's very interesting. I did do this fight once just to kind of see if this fight made sense. I'm kind of curious. I want to try the auto fight. I didn't realize it would save unless I locked in the score. I want to see how this works, and then we'll do an actual run afterwards. But yeah, this does look like it's exactly what I placed. But you can see here that we currently have our Elowen here. She is there to help remove the poisons that the poison arm applies, like right here you'll see. And there we go. We cleanse off a lot of those poisons. There's a few that have not been removed, of course, over here, but that's just kind of how it is. We have our Constance here in the middle. She is hitting every single person on the team in this current position. If you look here, oh, there we go. You can see that she is hitting everybody, which is very good, helping us get lots of extra healing, lots of extra damage, etc. And of course, we've got our Silas and our Hex doing big damage. Same with our Arrogance and our Lust. Volca actually does a decent chunk of damage here. And there's the... Oh, no. Did I just... Oh, that's right. I forgot. You don't have... I forgot. You can actually go all the way to the end with this. Totally spaced out on that, but that's okay. It doesn't lock in until you actually hit the save button. Oh, I got so scared for a second. We're not going to save this, obviously, because it's not 30,000. We have hit 30,000 before. Yes, we're not going to save it. Let's take a look at the damage here, though. But you'll see Arrogance, Silas doing decent damage. Lust is right behind. And then we have Hex and Eovar a little bit behind. But we're actually getting decent damage out of Volca at 14 million. About almost 6 million here on Torador. So definitely not bad. But we're going to go, of course, we're going to do a manual run because we do want to hit that 30,000 blood. So let's go ahead and give this a try here. And we want to be smart about our placements. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first is we are going to go ahead and place Lust right here. And then we're going to place Volca here. We're going to place Torador like this. He can still hit the boss there. Arrogance is going to go into the back. Constance is going to go here. And then Hollow is going to go here. Okay, that gives Arrogance that buff. Then we're going to go ahead and place our Hex here. Our Eovar here. Our Silas here, and then our Elowen like this. And this should give us attack buff on Silas, which is important. We have attack buff on Hex. I'm sorry, on Lust and Arrogance, which is important. And then we can go ahead and start busting through with the damage here. There we go. We're going to hold on to the Elowen Ultimate as long as we need to. As long as we can, rather, is the best way, I think, to say that. Because we do want to make sure we have it available for the... for the cleanse that it provides, because that is our big source of damage that we're going to be receiving is through that cleanse. So we want to make sure that we burn through this. We don't want to use the cleanse right away. There we go. Now we can go ahead and use the cleanse. If we use the cleanse first and we're not able to burn through the shield in time, we're just going to get the poison reapplied, which is no bueno for us, for obvious reasons, right? Okay, go ahead and pop this, into that, into that. We'll go ahead and pop that, and then we'll bum. We don't have Silas available here, which is unfortunate. Big damage coming in. Not too big, actually. Surprisingly, a lot less than I expected right there. Overall, we're doing okay. We're getting lots of stuff going through. So like right here, you're going to see what I was talking about, where we're not going to burn through the shield in time. So we're going to get this applied, and now we're going to use our heals here. Eovar does actually die, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's go ahead and pop our constants here into that. We do still have our big boy DPS cooldowns going. Okay, we did lose Torador. Again, not that big of a deal, though. We should burn through this. There we go, perfect. And we're going to pop this into that, and there is that. There's that. We'll go ahead and throw our Eovar back down again. And we should easily be able to make it to 30k here. There it is. Oops, not going to use that quite yet. Do the heal for more rage regen. Eovar blasting. Go ahead and pop that and that at the same time. Gonna get some big damage here. We'll place this down again, and there is the 30k easily handled. Let's go ahead and keep going though, just to kind of see what we can do. I did accidentally pop the Eloin ultimate. That was a mistake. I should not have done that. We should be fine. Well, there we go. That's okay. We did hit the 30,000. If I would have held on to the ultimate, we would have been fine. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we can get a little bit more damage here. I do think we're probably just going to die, but definitely not too shabby for overall damage. Maybe we can get everyone placed again. Nope, there we go. Kind of expected that to happen, but there we go. That is 33,000 blood, or I guess not blood, but what are these? The mechanists, mech fragments. There we go, mech fragments. So this is probably my strongest team, so part of me wants to not use this, but I also am starting work tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm going to really have time to sit down and do this again. So we are going to go ahead and lock in this score, because it is a max chest for Apocalypse 1. And I think that this is a good place for people to try and aim, is to get a max chest in Apocalypse 1, because it does seem like it's a very strong place to start, right? We do have some decent damage here coming in from Silas and Lust. Arrogance right behind at 67. Hex surprisingly actually lower than normal, but we do get good damage here from Eovar at 36 million. He's not even really built for increased damage, and then a good 17.8 here, and 7.3 on Torador and Volca respectively. So that's actually pretty good. I definitely like that. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but I do think that this is, for it being the first week of being out, I do think that this is a pretty good sort of stat, right? Also, just so you guys can get a rough idea, that 30,000 blood, or 33,000 blood technically, was about 6% of the boss's health pool. So if we go through and we look now, you'll see that we have 13 people have attacked so far. 8 of them have gotten 30,000 or more scores. And we've burned through the boss 60% of the boss's health. So that's just something to keep in mind. We do still have lots of people that can hit, but do keep in mind that your goal needs to be to kill Apocalypse 1, and I think that that's definitely not a bad goal to start with, especially for the first week. I think we'll have more stuff come available once we go and we look for teams in the Apocalypse 2. You will see that a lot of them are using the comp that I just used, but they are much higher when it comes to their stats, right? So Eovar here, A3 with an A5 Silas, A2 Arrogance, A5 Volca, A4 Eloin, right? You're getting lots of things. Praetus with the Alistar Constance combo. We also have the Salazar combo here as well, which I assume means we have multiple people with the Scarlet Hunt. Surprisingly, actually not as many as I expected, but yeah, definitely lots of people using the Eovar Torador combo. Not super surprised. It does seem like to be a very strong, powerful combo. So I definitely will do my best to do some more attempts on Apocalypse 2 next week. We are probably going to try another attempt here using the remainder of the heroes that we have available. I do think that I can squeeze out another potential team. We have definitely some possibilities, but we will have to take a look at it. We'll see what we can do. Either way, though, I hope that this sort of rough idea of me playing through the boss sort of helped. It was kind of just a base attempt, you know, trying to get 30,000 mech fragments. It does seem relatively viable. I don't think that the champions that I used are rare per se. I know that they're legendaries. And of course, I think Eovar can be replaced with a Racha. I don't think it has to be Eovar. But I do think that Silas and Hex are pretty common chase champions. And then, of course, Lust is exclusive. So if you didn't get her, then, you know, that's a little unfortunate. But she can probably be replaced with, you know, another Nightmare champion. Probably not going to do as much damage, but Arrogance is definitely very powerful. We did just have a banner for him, so hopefully you got lucky and pulled him. But there's a lot of other options that could be there as well. Valeria could be potentially good for damage dealing. You know, very high amounts of possibilities there. We'll definitely take a look and bring out more content when it comes to Semra for both Apocalypse 1 and Apocalypse 2 once we get there. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today, and make sure you hit that thumbs up button to let me know you liked the video. Leave a comment down below with how well are your Semra fights going, and don't forget to hit that sub button because we are pushing for 2,500 subscribers by July, as well as 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.